Question 39. Propane reacts with chlorine. Which statements about this reaction are correct? Propane is an alkane. Okay? Alkanes are unreactive, but they react with these halogens under UV light. And in A level, you will study about what we call the free radical substitution. This one is a free radical substitution reaction. So therefore, we look for UV. Ultraviolet light is used to provide the activation energy. That one is very correct. It is done under UV light because these the chlorine bond has to be broken down homolytically to produce radicals. I don't want to go into the A-level content, you will find it there, but it is done under UV light. And then propane undergoes addition reaction. No, it is substitution. That's why I said free radical substitution. Okay, it undergoes substitution because you're going to form CH3. Let's say CH2, CH2Cl. So one hydrogen has been substituted by a chlorine. So you will get one chloropropane. You see, one of the products is this one. No, it is not this one because it has now two carbon atoms, and yet chlorine has 3. You see, so this one has to be off. And then the fourth one of the products is HCl. Yes, one hydrogen atom has been substituted. And then remember, when chlorine is broken down under UV light, it produces 2 radicals. So one chlorine will react with the propane to produce this one, and then another chlorine from this as a radical will react with this hydrogen, then they give you the HCl. So this one is also correct. So the answer has to be with options 1 and 4, which is a B. Question 40. Which statement about chromatography is correct? It is not possible for 2 different substances to have the same RF value. It is very possible. It is very possible in a solvent. So in such cases, when the spots overlap, we actually change the solvents because different substances can have different solubilities in that given solvent. Okay, so that one is very possible. Then option B, they are saying it is only possible to use chromatography on substances which have a color. No, amino acids don't have a color, and they are separated using chromatography. Okay, then it is possible to use chromatography on colorless substances using a locating agent. Those are the amino acids I was even talking about. So this one is correct. In fact, this one means that the answer has to be C. But let's check the D. The RF, the retardation factor or the retention factor value of a substance is equal to the distance traveled by the solvent. No, it is the distance traveled by the substance or the solute, then divide by the distance traveled by the solvent. So this one is wrong here. So that means our answer has to be a C.